Here's the truth about getting exactly what you want in your career. It's not about working harder. It's not about luck. Let me tell you exactly what it's about. One of the biggest mistakes that I see constantly when people are trying to get ahead in their career is that they copy. They see someone and they copy. They do exactly what they're doing. They mimic some of the communication style. They try to be a mini-me instead of being exactly who they are. That's one of the keys to getting exactly what you want and getting ahead in your career, is being who you are authentically. So I talk about intentionality a lot. And some people might say, give me an example of exactly what intentional behavior would be from a leadership perspective. One of the things that you should think about is how you are prepared for meetings and exactly what do you want to focus on from your messaging, from your experience in this meeting. Every quarter, we had a meeting with all the first line leaders and second line leaders with the VP of sales. And typically we had a speaker within those 2-3 days. We were meeting with the VP of sales. And we'd have 1 or 2 speakers and they talk about a subject. They would always ask questions. What questions do you have? And most of the time at the beginning, it was that when the speaker was done to ask that question, nobody had anything to say. Or if they had anything to say, it wasn't fruitful or it was just about them. So what I started doing to be really intentional was every single time a speaker talked, I was furiously taking notes and thinking about questions that involved every single person in the room. It wasn't just a local situation just happened in San Francisco or Boston or wherever. It was something that was national, or everybody would benefit from. I wrote down as many questions as I possibly could in the time he or she were up talking about that topic. And then I intentionally asked the first question every time. Now, I did this every quarter for about 2 years. People didn't really think about it. No, I never heard anybody say anything about it. What it embedded in everybody's head, including my boss's head, was that I was going to ask a question that got the room going. I was going to ask the question that made the speaker comfortable, there was no dead air at all. And I was somebody now that the VP thought could be a leader at the next level. That's what that intentionality did for me. Just that small little thing once a quarter, asking good questions that involved everybody in the crowd, planted a seed or a thought in everybody's mind that, this person, he's got leadership qualities. He might be able to lead at the next level. That's what intentionality can do for you. Now, I talked to you about 2 steps. The third step, it goes back to authenticity and it's differentiation. That differentiation is the secret sauce. It's who you are. It's what makes you special. It's what makes you different. It's what makes you stand out. And when you understand who you are, like I said, the first step was, now in the third step, you take who you are and you double down, you triple down. You put all your chips in the middle of the table and you say, this is who I am. This is how my skill, my joy, what I'm great at is going to help the team, the colleagues, the customers, and the organization. That's what the zone of genius, the skills, the talents you have will help the organization and will help you. Because you do that, now you become known for that. Now people come to you for that specific reason. Now you get promoted for that specific skill, amongst others, but that's a skill that they say, hey, when I think of Bill, this is what I think of. And if you have multiple people saying that on a regular basis, that's who you are, that's what you're known for. And if you do it really well, and it adds value to the organization, there's going to be a promotion in your future. How do you choose which one is really going to make a difference? Some of it you choose because it matters to the organization. If it matters to the organization, if it matters to your team, that makes sense. You do that. Because if it matters, it grows business, it grows leaders, it grows people. You absolutely want to do that. Other times you might do something and you do it for a specific amount of time greater than 3 months, greater than 3 or 4 times, and you don't see the benefit, or you ask people, hey, what have you seen when I do this? You don't get a positive response from your direct leader or your colleagues or the people that are reporting to you, then you want to change. That's when you know. Some of it is trial and error, right? You're not always going to get exactly what you should do the first time. It might take a few times. Understand how people are reacting to that skill, that task, whatever you're doing. Understand how people are responding to it. If they're not responding in the right way, either tweak what you're doing, refine it, or change to something else. But it's sometimes it's just practice. It's just changing. There's no special sauce to this, right? Everybody's different. Every situation's different. Every team's different. I will tell you that I've led many teams. I've never done the same thing to 2 teams, not one time. And I've led greater than 12, 15 teams. It's never been the same thing. It's always been because of the situation. Your skill set matters, what you're great at matters, and then figuring out that's the thing that's going to add the most benefit or value to the people who report to you, your customers, and the company. So hopefully that makes sense and you continue to find it. And once you found that one thing that really works, that you see is adding value, you continue to do it. You refine it. You become the expert at it. You become great at it, right? And you always ask, should I still do this? Is this working? Talk to your team about, what can I do better? What do you think that I'm doing really well? There's this exercise called stop, start, continues. You ask your team to write down what should I stop? What should I start doing? And what should I continue doing? And if you do that every 2, 3, 4 months on a regular basis, you're going to get a great idea of what you're doing, how it's affecting the team, how it's affecting the customers and the company. So keep refining, keep asking questions of your team. They'll give you the answer. If you like what we just talked about and it hit home, please like and subscribe. Thank you. Have a great day.